Good morning, Minister. First of all, congratulations on your promotion to the High Office.
Yes, I'm really proud of it.
Von der Leyen has just shared 3 options in the European Parliament for the necessary funding to help Ukraine. Has it also been shared with you, or am I perhaps a bit too fast now?
Yes, because it's on the agenda here, so we're going to discuss it. But the actual proposal from the Commission, we'll have to wait a little longer for that. One of those options is to use the famous headroom and also to raise money on the capital markets again.
It's not entirely clear to me whether those are subsidies or loans for loans. I'm curious about how you view that option.
Yes, our position is quite clear on this point, so I don't need to repeat it. But the important thing is that we continue to support Ukraine. The country really needs funding, which is also in our own security interest. And that's why I'll be fighting for this in the Council. Yes, and one way or another, money must go there. So that can be through either bilateral loans or grants via national budgets, or we look at those frozen assets. But once again, one way or another, Ukraine needs support, or it will collapse.
So those are the 2 options as far as you're concerned?
Yes.
Yesterday there was news about that corruption investigation. Some people might also wonder whether money can be safely sent to Ukraine. How do you see that?
Well, I understand that question, and fighting corruption is, of course, an important topic. It is part of the support we provide to Ukraine. So each support package we formulate also includes conditionality. Namely, that corruption must be combated. The Ukrainian government must do that. And this shows once again that it should remain high on the agenda. And I expect that the Ukrainian government will tackle this firmly.
Are there any additional measures needed? Conditionality has many forms.
Well, with each support package comes conditionality. This is now coming to light. This is very serious, of course. And I also expect the Ukrainian government to address this.
Another topic. Because today it's also about cheap packages from China. That affects consumers, Dutch companies. Why is that really an important topic for the Netherlands with the ports and Schiphol?
Well, in the Netherlands, as you can see, millions and millions of packages are coming in. We can't check them all. There is also, we must be honest, junk among them. And we need to get a grip on that together. So here we also discuss the proposal to indeed remove the exemption for cheaper packages so that we can also tax them. The Commission will also come with proposals again, and the Netherlands can support that.
You are the Minister of Finance. Many of the packages come in through the Netherlands. What will that mean for our treasury?
Well, I mainly look at it from a security standpoint. A lot comes in that we have no control over, so that is the main grip on those flows. Additionally, if I tax it, then there will, of course, also be income opposed. I also need that to strengthen customs, namely to check all those packages. Yes, last question. I know it lies with the State Secretary, but accelerating that plan's implementation.
Is the Netherlands ready for that in practice? Can we get started?
I'm optimistic about it, and I'm also looking with surrounding countries whether we can proceed to national and bilateral measures. But I still have to discuss that in the cabinet meeting, so I'll do that tomorrow.
Will a decision be made in the Council today?
I would assume so.
And just briefly on those options, the Belgian, well, not variant, but the reparation loans. Is there still a lot of pressure being put on Belgium to agree to that?
Well, I don't talk in terms of putting pressure on other countries. We must be in good discussions to fully address all the objections and concerns that all member states have and find solutions for them. And we're really still in the middle of that process.
Russia has again threatened Belgium with countermeasures if that happens. Doesn't that change the content of the discussion at the Council?
Well, Russia threatens Europe in many ways. Let's not be fooled by that. The concern here is the Belgians. We need to listen to that carefully. We need to see how we can handle that. Again, in the interest of freeing funds to support Ukraine that is under daily attack by the same Russia.
So, the three options that are on the table, which one would you prefer, and do you think that the Commission went too far too fast in pushing for the reparation loan without considering other options?
Well, first of all, it's very important that Ukraine keeps having support from Europe. It's under daily attack from Russia, and it's in our own security interest that we keep supporting Ukraine. And that can be through bilateral loans or grants, or through looking at the frozen assets, and we're discussing that here.
But which one would you prefer? I mean, you have a strong voice when it comes to fiscal matters.
Mm-hmm. Well, first of all, I think it's important that we keep supporting Ukraine. So that's what I'm fighting for here, that we have to keep the money going to Ukraine so it can stay afloat, the economy, and also their military in order to fight the aggression that Russia is putting on Ukraine. And for me, we're willing to support Ukraine through bilateral or through the frozen assets.
You were already asked about this, but the corruption, the Kalashnikov case, I mean, does this at all shake your confidence in the ability or in your willingness to give money to Ukraine?
Listen, fighting corruption is a continuous effort that Ukraine has to do, and I'm keep having this dialogue with them as well, that they have to fight corruption, and it's also part of the conditionality we put on packages we design for Ukraine.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the US will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HD videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.